hour. Sunod po nitong tutumbukin ang Northern Palawan at bukas ng umaga ay posibleng nandito na sa may West Philippine Sea at maaari pong nasa labas naman na ng Philippine Area of Responsibility bukas ng gabi o di kaya naman ay sa Webes ng madaling araw. Sa ngayon po dahil pa rin sa Bagyong Tino, nakataas ang signal number 4 dyan sa Calamian Islands, Cuyo Islands, central and southern portions ng Antique, central and southern portions ng Iloilo at pati na rin sa Guimaras. Yung signal number 3 nakataas naman dito sa northernmost portion ng mainland Palawan, pati na rin sa rest of Antique, Caluya Islands, kasama rin po ang Aklan at Capiz, natitirang bahagi ng Iloilo, northern and central portions ng Negros Occidental, at pati na rin ang northern portion ng Negros Oriental. Yung signal number 2 nakataas naman sa southwestern portion ng Masbate, ganun din sa southern
Yung
portion
signal
ng
number 3 yung
Oriental at
malakas.
Occidental Mindoro, pati na rin sa southern portion ng Romblon, northern portion ng Palawan, kasama rin po dyan ang Cagayan Silio Islands. Kasama rin sa nasa ilalim ng signal number 2 ang Cebu, Bantayan Islands, central portion ng Negros Oriental at pati na rin ang natitirang bahagi ng Negros Occidental. Samantala mga kapuso, yung signal number 1 nakataas po yan sa southern portion ng Quezon, ganoon din sa southern portion ng Marinduque, natitirang bahagi ng Oriental Mindoro, natitirang bahagi ng Occidental Mindoro, kasama po dyan itong Lubang Islands, pati na rin sa natitirang bahagi ng Romblon, natitirang bahagi ng Masbate, kasama ang Burias at Ikaw Islands, at pati na rin dito sa may central portion ng Palawan. Signal number 1 din sa Biliran, northwestern portion ng Leyte, Camotes Islands, northern at western portions ng Bohol, Siquijor,
Hello,
at
Sherwin.
ganun din sa
Hi.
natitirang bahagi ng Negros Oriental. Samantalang may banta pa rin ang storm surge sa ilang bahagi po ng Palawan, Mindoro provinces, at ganoon din dito sa Western Visayas and Negros Island. At ito nga po, naging bagyo na yung low pressure area sa labas ng Philippine Area of Responsibility. Huli po yung namataan, 1,910 kilometers silangan ng northeastern Mindanao. Ito po ang pagkilos niyan ay pa west-southwest sa bilis na 25 kilometers per hour. Ayon po sa pag-asa, posibleng pumasok po
Yeah,
yan
Sherwin,
dito sa
from
Philippine
where are
Area of
you? We are okay
Responsibility.
here.
Biyernes o di kaya naman po ay sa Sabado at
Oo,
bibigyan
nagbagyo
ng
ganina,
lokal na
asa karon.
sa latest na po nilalabas ng pag-asa, posibleng tumbukin po nitong bagong bagyo itong Luzon, pero depende pa naman po yan. At habang lumalapit, ay pwede pang lumakas at umabot hanggang typhoon or super typhoon category. Pwede pa po magbago yan, kaya tutok lang po kayo sa updates. Sa ngayon ay medyo malayo pa naman po ito at wala pang epekto dito sa ating bansa.
May baha naman, pero in another
Ito po
place.
nga bagyong Tino pa rin at pati na rin po itong bahagi ng shear line at ganun din yung northeast monsoon o yung amihan. Base po sa datos ng Metro Weather, umaga bukas may tsansa po ng ulan. Dito yan sa may Batanes and Babuyan Islands, eastern section ng northern at ng central Luzon, Calabar Zone at ganoon din dito sa Mimaropa. At mapapansin po ninyo, yung pinakamatitinding buhos ng ulan ay nandito na sa bahagi po ng Palawan. May mga pag-ulan din sa hapon, kasama na po dyan itong bahagi ng Bicol Region. Sa Metro Manila naman tayo, pwede pa rin po maulit yung mga pag-ulan bukas, kaya magdala pa rin po ng payo. Sa Visayas at Mindanao naman, umaga po bukas may mga pag-ulan pa rin. Dito yan sa Western Visayas, Negros Island Region at Zamboanga Peninsula. At sa hapon naman mga kapuso, may mga pag-ulan din pero hindi nakasintindi nung kasagsagan po ng pagdaan ng Bagyong Tino sa Visayas. Pero syempre maging alerto pa rin. Yan ang latest sa ating panahon. Ako po si Amor La Rosa para sa GMA Integrated News Weather Center. Maasahan anuman ang panahon. Isang gabi na puno ng awitan at madamdaming pag-alala ang inialay ng malalapit na kaibigan at nakasama sa trabaho ni Eman Atienza. At para gunitain ang maikli, ngunit makabuluhan niyang buhay, isang advocacy campaign ang ilulunsad ng kanyang Sparkle family. Narito ang report ni Aubrey Carangel.
I drop my sword and cry for just a while. 'Cause deep inside this armor, the warrior is a child.
Puno ng emosyon ang tribute ng Sparkle GMA Artist Center para sa pumanaw na status by Sparkle artist at social media influencer na si Eman Atienza. ang kanyang mga kaibigan at co-sparkle artists na sina Maika Kimochi at Alia de
Nice
Gracia.
to meet you.
Emosyonal
Hello.
nang ikwento ang kanilang unforgettable memories with Eman.
Yeah, we're just here
It's a small
watching for the
win or a
news.
tough moment, Emma was always there with her words of encouragement, reminding us that we could make it through. She celebrated others with a big heart. She was the most selfless, most humble, kindest person I've ever met. She was like a shooting star. Wherever she went, she instantly lit up the room. She was a ball of energy, full of kindness.
Bilang pagunita kay Eman, nais daw ng Sparkle na bigyang pugay ang kanyang alaala sa pamamagitan ng isang advocacy campaign.
So, in a few days, we will be starting an online and on-air campaign called Click Kindness. I think it's obviously inspired by Eman. It is a legacy she will leave with Sparkle and each and every member of GMA whom she has touched and loved.
Dumalaw din sa buro ng ilang opisyal ng GMA Network, kabilang si Senior Vice President Attorney Annette Gozon Valdez at iba pang kasalukuyan at dating opisyal ng GMA. Namataan din sina Gabby Garcia at Khalil Ramos, Mikey Quintos, Shubi Etrata, Anthony Constantino, at iba pang Sparkle at Status by Sparkle artists.
Anong
Pati
Sparkle
sina
artist
Mayor
na yun?
Isko Moreno at
Parang
Vice
ano
Mayor
ata.
Chi Atienza na kapatid ni
parang
Kuya Kim.
may anata sila dyan na
Dagsang
parang
ng pagdating ng
program
mga
niya.
kaibigan ng pamilya at
Na
mga
meron para sa mga
kasamahan sa
kabataan.
trabaho.
So many people are inspired by Eman. It amazes me that I get so many messages, not only from the Philippines, but from all over the world. People whose lives Eman has touched. And the message is simple. Be a little kinder every day. My Eman will stay alive if I'm a little kinder every day. So thank you very much for being here. Maraming salamat. Ang pamilya po namin ay nagpapasalamat sa inyo lahat sa pagmamahal ninyo kay Eman. Thank you po.
Para sa GMA Integrated News, Aubrey Carampel, nakatutok 24 oras.
At tutukan, Bagyong Tino na nalalasa rin sa Negros Occidental at Surigao nagdulot ng mga pagbaha at pagkawala ng supply ng kuryente. Sa pagbabalik yan ng 24 oras.
Stewardessa, bitik.
I value transparency. Kaya isa dun sa mga pinaka-memorable na coverage, yung during the pandemic, that was a very confusing time. Ang dami mong kailangang paliwanag. Halos gabi-gabi hanggang madaling araw, nagtatanong kami.
Hi, Chester. Hello. How are you?
Kasi nakasalalay dyan yung buhay at kabuhayan.
What do you
ng tao.
think?
Kaya kailangan
Okay, yeah.
kung ano yung
Just
naging
think about
desisyon,
it.
o kung naging tama ba yung proseso. Marami din dyan sa mga questions na binibigay ko sa press conference galing sa Facebook ko, sa Twitter, from the public.
Okay, Chester. Thank you.
Tulay tayo sa pagitan ng publiko at sa gobyerno na namamahala sa kanila.
GMA Integrated News, ang news authority ng Filipino.
Mga balita hindi mo na kailangan hintayin. Pwede mong pakinggan ang 24 oras kahit saan, kahit kailan.
Ang pinakamalalaking balita, kasama mo na sa araw-araw.
24 oras podcast
Balita na pwede mong dalhin
kahit saan.
para sa mas malaking misyon.
At mas malawak na paglilingkod sa bayan. GMA Integrated News, ang news authority ng Pilipino.
Sa Philippine Rice
Rice Research Institute ng Department of Agriculture, may mga binhi rin silang dinedevelop upang maging climate resilient.
Matagal na po natin ginagawa ito dahil matagal naman na po
Thank you,
natin
Chester.
nararamdaman yung
Thank you
climate
so
change, ano?
much.
Kaya nga sa katotohanan nga po meron na tayong ilang varieties ng palay na masasabi nating climate resilient. Meron tayong mga varieties na for rice areas na may drought. Meron din tayong mga rice varieties for areas na may mataas na temperatura. May mga varieties na tayo na pang submergence at may mga varieties din tayo na pang sahod ulan. Ito yung tinatawag nating rainfed. Nilalapit natin sila sa mga magsasaka kung ano yung ecosystem nila, kung ano yung mga lugar nila na may mga stress, ano? At ipinakikita natin yung performance at ini-involve po natin yung mga farmers sa pamimili, ano? Kasi may mga proyekto tayo na talagang kahit doon sa mga malayong marating ng ating technology, yun yung talagang pinupuntahan namin.
Nakatuon ang kasalukuyang administrasyon sa pagpapataas ng rice self-sufficiency ratio ng bansa. Ang SSR ay isang sukatan kung gaano kalaki ang porsyento ng pangangailangan ng bansa ang natutugunan ng sarili nitong produksyon. Tumataas ang SSR kung matatag ang supply ng bigas at nababawasan ang pagdepende sa importasyon. According to the latest preliminary data, 78.5% ang naitalang self-sufficiency ratio ng Pilipinas noong 2023. Pero ayon kay Dr. Jose Hernandez ng Institute of Crop Science ng University of the Philippines, Los Baños, hindi lang dapat self-sufficiency ang pagtuunan ng pansin ng gobyerno.
Pataas ang population natin. Ano tayo ngayon? More than 110 million Filipinos. At marami tayong calamities like typhoons, yung related sa climate change, baha, drought, or El Nino. Kaya tumataas ang production natin, pero ang problema, tumataas din yung demand. Kaya pinakamataas na importation ng Pilipinas, record yun. Palagi ko ang hindi maganda na ang aim natin maging self-sufficient, kundi maging food secure tayo, hindi self-sufficiency. Hindi lang rice, kundi pati na yung ibang crops na kailangan para maging food secure tayo. I'm not in favor ng food self-sufficiency. Okay sa akin, pero dapat food security ang
Tulad sa Cebu, abot bubong din ang baha sa Moises Padilla sa Negros Occidental dahil naman sa umapaw na ilog. May mga kalsada rin hindi madaanan dahil sa baha o nabuwal na mga puno. Nakatutok lang si Eileen Pedreso ng GMA TV. Eileen?
Mel, mula pa kaninang umaga ang ulan na nararanasan sa ilang bahagi ng Negros Occidental. Dito naman sa bayan ng San Enrique, hindi rin nakaligtas sa baha ang mga kabahayan pati na mga motorista. Lubog sa baha ang ilang kabahayan sa sitio Asin, Barangay Bagunawa sa San Enrique, Negros Occidental matapos maranasan ang malakas na ulan mula kaninang umaga. Umapaw sa kalsada ang tubig baha at pumasok sa ilang kabahayan. Ang ilang motorista, pahirapan sa pagdaan sa lugar. Si Mary Joy, humingi ng rescue matapos pasukin ng baha ang kanilang bahay sa lugar.
Kung mga ako, pamilya dito, ito na sa babaw ato, tinerang. Kaya rin na lang ko nagpabili ni. Grabe, hindi ang mga pang abay kami to, nga ma-rescue na to sila.
Subong grupo lang tubig. Isa lang ulat ang tubig, dalom, mga balay na talalupad. Pareho ako na ang alubla ko ng kalatumbaw loob. At kasulod, balay ko na sa loob mga tubig.
Sa mga laraong ito, makikitang halos sa abot na ng tubig baha ang bubong ng ilang kabahayan sa barangay crossing sa bayan ng Moises Padilla.
Hi, Maxi. Hello.
Halos abutin naman ng tubig ang overflow bridge sa barangay 1.
Please follow.
Sa barangay Montilla, hindi madaanan ang ilang kalsada matapos matumba ang ilang puno. Pansamantala rin hindi madaanan ang hanging bridge na ito sa barangay Quintin Remo. Ayon sa MDRRMO, mahigit 500 individual ang nag-evacuate at pansamantalang
Grabe naman
nananatili
sila
sa walang
mag-construction,
evacuation
gabi pa.
sites. Sa Victoria City naman, nilipad na malakas na hangin
bahagi ng ilang bubong ng bahay.
Oy.
May ilang kasadang hindi madaanan dahil sa natumbang mga puno. Inilikas na rin ang mahigit 1,000 pamilya na nakatira sa coastal area sa Bacolod City. Sa kabila ng isinagawang forced evacuation, may ilang residenteng piniling manatili sa kanilang mga bahay. Patuloy naman na inaabisuhan ng Negros Occidental PDRRMO ang mga residenteng nakatira sa coastal at low or flood-prone areas na mag-evacuate na bago pa man tumaas ang baha. Pinalalahanan rin ang mga ito na magdala ng emergency kits sakaling mawala ng kuryente dahil sa malakas na hangin. Balik sa inyo dyan, Mel.
Maraming salamat sa iyo, Eileen Pedreso ng GMA Regional TV. Task Force ang Ombudsman na tututok lang sa papel ni Senador Mark Villar sa mga anomalya sa flood control projects noong DPWH Secretary pa siya. Iniimbestigahan na rin ang posibleng papel ni na dating Senate President Escudero at dating Speaker Romualdez sa mga pagsisingit sa national budget. Nakatutok si Salima Refran.
Isang bagong task force ang bubuuin ng Office of the Ombudsman at ang tututukan lamang nito ang investigasyon kay Senador Mark Villar kaugnay ng mga maanomalyang manong flood control projects. Partikular ang pagiging kalihim niya noon ng Department of Public Works and Highways sa ilalim ng Administrasyon Duterte.
Because it did not start the last 2 years. It started way back, started in tiny bits in 2018, started to grow. When they perfected the system, it started in tremendous leaps and bounds.
Titignan din daw, sabi ni Ombudsman Jesus Crispin Remulla, kung nakinabang sa mga proyekto ang mga ari-arian ng
See you in the
pamilya ni Senator
afternoon.
Villar.
Then we will
Kaya
be in
kasama
touch
rin sa
with the kids
iimbestigahan
too.
ang kanyang inang si dating Senator Cynthia at kapatid na si Senador Camille Villar. Tinukoy ni Remulla ang mga proyekto sa baluarte nilang Las Piñas at kalapit na Bacoor, Cavite.
Kasi andun yung mga lupa na nag-benefit din eh. The landowners also have benefited from that. So we have to look at that also. We're forming a new task force for that.
I don't know.
Just for the year itself.
Oh, Filipino.
Together with the Bacoor properties that were boundaries on the rivers, no? Binaanan na river. There were improvements made in that area. That's one thing that has to be looked at. Ano yun eh, pag tinaroon ka, pag dumaan ka ron, alam mo kanilang lupa yun. Nakita mo yung river wall. Tanong mo, sino ba gumastos? Gobyerno o sila? Ganun kasimple yun.
We're not limiting our investigation to the misuse of funds, but those who benefited from this illegal use of funds.
Gabi na. Please subscribe ha.
Ang sabi rin ni Remulla,
Goho.
kailangan may managot na leader ng Kongreso
Where are
sa
you?
magkakapasa ng national budget na napakaraming insertions.
Thank you for
Ang
the
iniimbestigahan niya,
followers.
sila dating Senate President Gis Escudero at si dating Speaker Martin Romualdez. Kung hindi man daw kriminal, kapabayaan ang nangyari. Pero hindi pwedeng walang sisihin sa kanilang dalawa.
All the narrations from the beginning of the Senate trials.
Yeah, we're still watching. Dili na ta mag-inom because tama na yung isang beer.
Putting up the theory of gross excusable negligence. They were able to come up with a budget which
Hey Danny, just for you, hello.
which included diversions of money from what was supposed to be to what became. So that is, if it's not criminal, then it must be negligence. Then it cannot be completely, then nobody can be completely blameless for that.
Si Escudero, idinawit ni dating Public Works Undersecretary Roberto Bernardo.
Hanamichi.
Reading of a money trading
Shella.
narrations of fact that are there already. But of course, we want to buttress it with other evidence, which we're looking to right now.
Si Romualdez,
Yeah, I got
dapat
6 people
managot,
here.
sabi ni Remulla,
Thank you for the
dahil siya
support
pumiling
here.
Kay dating Representative Zaldico, ang tinuturong pasimuno ng mga budget insertions bilang chairman noon ng House Appropriations Committee.
If fingers do not point to the speaker, former speaker, as the leader of the House, he was responsible for the appointment of
Thank you for the
Everybody
hearts.
knows that it is the speaker's choice. That's why
It's your boy Dion.
Hinihinga namin ng
Thrift
panig si
Venture.
Escudero at Romualdez. Para
Hala.
sa GMA Integrated News, Sanima Rafra, nakatutok 24 oras.
Yes, subscribe.
Sakaling may umatake sa Pilipinas, gusto ng Pangulo na kayanin ng AFP na solong dumepensa ng hanggang isang
Hello,
buwan bago
Daniel
magpatulong sa
de la
mga kalyado.
Cruz, taga
Kabilang yan
saan?
sa pinagsanayan sa military exercise ng Sandataang Lakas. Nakatutok si Chino Gaston.
Sakaling sumiklab ang gulo
No,
at atakihin ang Pilipinas ng mga dayuhan, maaaring lilipas muna ang panahon bago makarating ang mga kaalyado ng bansa para sumaklolo. Kaya ang direktiba ng Pangulo sa Armed Forces of the Philippines kapag nangyari yun, maghanda para
Now, this segment contains
makapagdepensa
video
muna
restricted from
mag-isa
live streaming.
ang AFP ng hanggang isang buwan.
Ang utos ng ating Pangulo, si President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., is that we should be able to fight and preserve our forces for at least 20 days hanggang 30 days. We are expecting that pag nagkagulo, no? Siyempre tayo
Dapat
muna ang
kayang dumepensa ang
makikipagkita.
AFP.
And then, but we are expecting also reinforcements or help from our ally. And this is under the Mutual
Bakit
Defense
kayo
Treaty.
nagsasalita ng ganyan?
Ng isang
Ang gusto nyo?
pangunahing pinaghahandaan sa taunang AFP Joint Military Exercise dagit pa kung saan
Gusto nyo ng
nagsasabit
war?
sa buong AFP, PNP, Coast Guard at Uniformed
Tama na itong mga
Services sa
bagyo at
pagdepensa
lindol
ng
lang yung
bansa.
problema.
Sa
Hindi
ilalim
na
ng
yung
AFP Modernization
war.
Program, napatibay na rin ang kakayahan ng AFP sa pagbili ng mga FA-50 fighter jets, mga frigates mula South Korea,
Kayo,
air
sige.
defense system mula Japan, at
Mag-away
mga
kayo
missile
sa
systems mula India.
West Philippine
May
Sea,
iba
doon
pang
kayo
paparating
pag-away.
na military assets.
Huwag dito,
Pero
sa
ayon kay
Philippines.
AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Brunner, hindi pa ito sapat.
Kaya natin i-depensa ng ating bansa, pero ang sinasabi ko po, kulang pa. Kulang pa.
Ayun
Kasi
na lang,
we
huwag na lang
consider
kayong
the entire
ganyan.
archipelago ay hindi kaya nung current kagamitan natin na i-cover yung
No to
entire
war, no
archipelago.
to war.
Isa sa solusyon ang pagpasok sa mga defense agreement sa iba pang mga bansa. Kaya nagsasagawa na ng mga joint military exercise sa Pilipinas, sa US,
Sa matang di kaliguan na.
Australia, New Zealand at Japan. At kaysa ng Pilipinas, inihayag ng Amerika, Japan at Australia ang kanilang pagsuporta sa pagbuo ng isang Indo-Pacific Chief of Defense Cooperation Council na kabibilangan ng 4 na bansa. Sa kanilang pulong nitong nakaraang ASEAN Defense
Hello, Day.
Ministers Summit,
Naman lagi ka, Day.
muling iginit ng mga
Rose
defense ministers ng
Balasabas.
Pilipinas, Amerika,
Rose.
Japan at Australia ang kanilang pagkabahala sa destabilisasyon ng
Rose
China sa
Labasan,
South
Day.
China Sea.
Rose Labasan.
Hinihintay na rin ng mga defense leaders ang Balikatan 2026 kung saan bahagi ang 4 na bansa upang mapaigting ang joint preparedness sa rehiyon. Para sa GMA Integrated News, Chino Gaston nakatuto.
Ay, mag-CR ko dahil tapos tanaw na taog, sinang prime. Ang tulog ba? Hmm.
Oras.
Abangan! Dahil sa bagyo, biyahe ng ilang bus, pati lipad ng mga aeroplano, kinansela. At iba't ibang nativity scene nagpaningning sa taunang Belenisimo sa Tarlac sa pagbabalik yan ng 24 oras.
Saan na sila?
It's not sorry. Sige daw, Day. Ano na? Sino to crime?
If I have to pick one coverage that will be
Hindi pa
my exclusive
ano ka na,
interview
exit ka
with
na to, te.
P.Gloiser sa noong pinaghahanap siya ng Arroyo administration.
Sit mo na yan, Day, eh. Thank you, Lord, lang. Maraming, na balita. Hindi maraming namatay. Hindi katulad ng sa Leyte, Ote. Piliin mo. Sabi ng friend ko, gusto niya daw na mag-invite sa amin na yun nga, pakilay ba? Tapos ngayon, ako na una na. Sabi ko, magkano? Sabi niya, promo daw, mga 2,000. Sabi ko, sa akin, 1,700 lang. Uy. Konti na lang yung rice mo. You got flash gold. Oh, you're from India. Yeah, I don't remember you, but yeah, do we have contact together? Wow, revolver.
As detectives dig deeper, the story told by the lone survivor begins to unravel.
It was daylight. It was hot. This person wearing all black, a ski mask and gloves, breaking in a back door. It didn't add up.
Hey everybody, I'm Jesse Weber, and welcome to Crime Crime. This is where we break down some of the most compelling and memorable true crime cases from across the country. When a call comes in about a possible break-in in an upscale neighborhood in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, officers aren't sure what they're going to be walking into. It's a crime which leaves investigators wondering, is the caller a victim, or is he hiding a darker truth?
County Sheriff, emergency, emergency. I've been shot. My other family member has been shot. I need help immediately. Okay, sir, stay on the line.
It's early morning, June 15th, 2021. Police get a 911 call saying an intruder has broken into a family home.
Okay, what's going on?
There's someone up there.
Okay.
I've been shot.
You've been shot?
My dad's been shot.
Hold on just a second. Are they still there?
No, they left.
Did they come inside the house?
Yeah.
It was before 8:30 a.m. Police received a 911 call from Alex Jackson, and he said that there was an intruder that had broken into their home.
Where were you shot at?
Downstairs.
No, on your body.
Foot.
In your foot? Do you know who broke in?
No.
Did you get a look at them?
No.
Could you tell if it was a man or a woman?
Na, di ba? 911 ang kulit.
Do you know how they got in the house?
Burglaries don't necessarily have to stick to a certain script.
characteristics of a burglary that we come to expect. Daytime burglaries usually result in push-in burglaries or going to a less visible part of the house, breaking in through a window, kicking in a back door, something of that nature.
You're doing great, Alex. You're doing good. Is anybody else home with you?
No.
Your sister, where's she
You're
at?
doing good. You're doing good. Nobody is doing good.
I just want to make sure that we know who's supposed to be in that house, okay? This person that you saw in your house, did they leave out the back door?
Yeah.
How long ago was this? You don't know? 10 minutes ago? Do you remember what color shirt or what color hair this guy had? Anything about him?
What?
Do you think it was a black male or a black shirt?
Sorry?
When he's asked to describe the intruder, he simply describes him as a male black with no
Naku, ito
specific
100 ano
features.
119. Pero ito sila lahat. Ito, 699. Pero tatlo na sila. So kung bibilin mo ito, 119.
He probably was in shock. I'm sure he didn't give a lot of details to the dispatcher. She was trying to draw it out of him.
Just you and your sister in the house, right?
Yeah.
No parents or grandparents, animals?
Kasi ano,
Okay, so you, your sister, and your mom?
February 2025.
Do you know if mom and sister
Ay,
are
siguro.
safe? Did the guy go upstairs?
Diba? Ano tayo?
I don't see them.
Alex, do you have any weapons downstairs? Any guns,
Sige
knives,
lang,
anything
hindi
like
naman
that?
ito talaga.
No, but there's a gun on the floor.
That's not yours?
It's ours, so we got shot by it.
So he took your gun and shot you?
Yes.
In this case, lots of potential people responding to the scene, including police. So when they got there to the Jackson home, I don't think they knew what they were going to find.
I've got officers in the back and the front. They're just trying to get mom and sister to come to the door if they're there, okay? That's why they're ringing your doorbell. Could sister and mom be gone, do you think?
Hopefully.
Do you think you know who did this to you?
No.
Officers arrive on scene, but there's a lot of confusion.
This is the very last house at the dead end of the restaurant.
You have to realize that this is a fairly affluent community in Cedar Rapids, but it's also a quiet community. And so when they arrive at the house, they don't really hear anything.
This sounds. If there's people in the house, there's no reason they can't come out. This is sounding loud. Alright, well, I'm gonna go around to the back. I'm gonna see if I can get eyes.
Pero pwede siya ano, pwede siya hot. Ay, cold. Pero kung i-cold ko siya,
We're trying to get information from
yung hindi madudurog yung ano ba.
perpetrators still inside. Where are people? Where should we go? They classified it as a potential swatting situation. A swatting situation is when people kind of give a false call just to get an officer's reaction or get police there, and it's really nothing.
The back door is open. All the shades are drawn, so I can't really see anything. I'm getting no eyes at the door. It's a shot.
Okay, yeah.
Every door and window in this home were locked except for the one that was on the lower level basement backside of the home.
It takes them a while to even get into the house, and then they're confronted with the horror of Jan laying on the floor. There's a rifle next to him. He doesn't look like he's alive at that point. And then they hear Alex's voice.
Police department, where are you at? We got shots at the house. There's a subject down. Can you put your hands out to the side where I can see them? 115 multiple victims. One is gunshot wound. The other is wounded in the leg.
And now I remember.
Who are you? What happened? There's a man. Who else is here? My sister. She's back? Yeah, she's in her room. Is she okay? I think so.
Alex initially initially appeared to be distraught. He sounded to be in pain, and he didn't really talk very much about the
Who's Alex?
apparent
Ang
injuries
papa, ang anak?
to his father.
When they eventually get inside, they have their guns drawn. They're going from room to room to see if there is in fact an intruder still there.
Thank you. So yeah, thank you, and you're looking so gorgeous today. Thank
They
you.
come upon a pretty horrific scene. There is blood everywhere. There is Jan Jackson laying in the living room. And then Sabrina, Alex's sister, is in her bedroom.
To the officers, it's now apparent that this isn't just a break-in, it's a violent crime scene.
We have a fourth victim upstairs.
They weren't expecting this. They were told that this
Yeah, what are the interesting topic? We are here watching scene of the crime.
breaking in, maybe there's somebody that's been shot, then also now we have 2 dead bodies, and we have another one injured. They go upstairs to continue
And I'm
the
drinking
protective
my
sweep,
milk.
and they find Melissa Jackson dead off the bed. So we had triple homicide.
How about you? Would you like to watch scene of the crime?
What we were called for, that this is going to be a triple homicide.
Oh, grabe ya.
Family, there was Jan and Melissa, who were the mother and the father, and then we had Sabrina, she was 19. Alex Jackson was her son, who was 20 at the time. Alex and Sabrina had been in college. Alex had been like a Eagle Scout in high school. He played in the high school band, and so did Sabrina. I believe she played the oboe.
Ang cute nila. Baka jealousy na naman yan.
Jan worked in IT, and Melissa, she was retired, but was a photographer. They kept themselves.
Of course, we can build like a friend bond through India and Philippines. Of course, why not?
Investigators are now confronted with a storm of unanswered questions. Up next, the hunt is on for a killer, but could the culprit be closer than they realize?
Yatay. Maybe it's maybe he's jealous of the sister ba. And then he wanted to kill the family so that he can have the money.
Police are investigating
Nice house pa naman.
triple homicide of Jan, Melissa, and Sabrina Jackson after their 20-year-old son and brother, Alexander Jackson, called 911 to report an intruder in the family home. When officers arrive, they get a closer look around and take stock of the crime scenes spread across several rooms.
The first thing that law enforcement
Okay, no worries. I will have to give you something later.
Is this a person that came to steal something and then just came upon the family and then killed them? Is this someone that intentionally came for the purpose of killing this family?
First one, it's right here.
Kung ako, sana mamatay na lang din ako. Kung ako na lang mag-isa sa family. Diba? Impossible talaga.
Upstairs. I believe this is the sign he was hit in the foot. We are not sure what.
Bakit sa foot lang? Yung iba pinatay na.
There's a rifle next to Jan that has to be tested. Is that the weapon that fired the fatal shots? But at that moment, they don't know if there's more than one weapon involved.
Where's the next one? Right here. Another gunshot to the head. I don't know when the entrance one. Jesus Christ. Another teenager.
Jan, the father, was shot 5 times. He was shot in the chest, neck, back.
I said I will give you Instagram later.
Internal structures, and from that, he has injuries on his face from falling over. Sabrina was shot twice. Melissa was shot twice, one near the left eye and the other in the head.
Ah,
Both of
grabe.
those piercing the brain.
The first priority is getting Alex to the hospital. Investigators must move quickly to figure out who could have done this. But once they get in the ambulance, Alex starts talking, unprompted.
Okay. You ran into him how? You already hit him. Did you hit him like a fist or? Okay. Push short. So you're sleeping in the porch? Yeah. Okay. Then what happened? Did you hear gunshots or what? Yeah. Saw somebody in your house? Yeah. Alex, who opened the back door? Maybe it is. So one guy. Yeah. One guy? Yeah.
There's almost a nonchalant way about Alex Jackson. I think he almost chuckles at one point. It's almost like he has no grasp or concept that
Thank
his
you.
entire family
Can
has
you
been
give?
killed.
Now I will send you a friend request later.
Help start your lifestyle change. Cook with the doctor's most prescribed Golden Fiesta Canola Oil.
Ay. Pero, syempre, si mama niya pinatay. Si papa niya pinatay. Yung sister niya pinatay. Di may mga panahon yon. Bakit, kung gunshot, bakit, dapat kung yung nauna pa lang, let's say, yung si papa, kung si papa pa lang niya, naunang gunshot, dapat, di ba, natulog.
Once they arrive at the emergency room, Alex continues talking, and at times he repeats what he claims he saw that morning.
What happened to you? So you tried to take the gun from the guy? Yeah. And then you got that. Okay.
He's in pain, which you can understand if he was shot in the foot. But he's still not saying a whole lot. He's still just kind of saying the same story, and he says he didn't see who it was. He does ask if they found his parents or if they found his sister and how are they, but nobody's really answering his questions.
Then, detectives get more of the story.
The investigators did ask Alex what led up to this, what led up to the night, anything happened, and he basically said nothing out of the ordinary happened. They had spent the
Tapos
night
alam mo,
together,
i-confiscate
they
lahat yan.
watched
Yung
movies.
laptop tsaka cellphone. Tapos makikita lahat ng mga deleted message, lahat. O tapos yung aso, 'di ba, may aso pa. Dapat tahol ng tahol 'yun. Baka yung sinabi niyang the guy is ano na? On the top of my dad. Maybe siya 'yon. Siya 'yon na. Ay.
Again, they ask him questions about the intruder, about what the intruder looked like.
Tapos may ano no, may snow ano.
Whether it be in the house, in the ambulance, at the hospital. He's not very
Dapat makikita
specific.
yung mga
He describes his
shoe
backpack,
na
he
ano.
describes something that they're wearing. He describes at one point the guy cursing, but he really doesn't give any substantive descriptions of this person such that one would expect they'd ever be able to find that person.
Who's messing with your dad's gun?
Chit.
Do you say anything to you? What did he say?
Investigators begin to realize many details of Alex's account aren't quite adding up, so their focus begins to narrow on Alex himself.
You think someone was upset with your family? We just thought, wait, I don't know for the world. You don't know how rude or what they'd be upset about. How do you feel about everything? How do I feel? Did they ever do anything that upsets you?
He very rarely showed any remorse for his family. He started to express, like, are they okay? It was like a rehearsed speech that he had ready. Like he said, like, I love my family. I love my parents and my sister. You may not believe me, but I love them. There was no passion or raw emotion.
He's acting like it's just like no big deal in a way, the way he talks, but it is probably going back to he could still be in shock, or maybe he's just an awkward kid. He says he loves his family, he doesn't have any problem with his family, and they keep pushing that because they're trying to get more answers about it. But he just says that it wasn't him.
Despite Alex's statements, the evidence at the scene appears to be pointing in a different direction. Coming up, detectives wonder if Alex Jackson is telling the whole truth.
I would just like to understand why. You don't want to talk about all the details that's going on.
Defensive. Ay, nako.
As you can see from a story like this, the content that we're covering here on Prime Crime just shows you that the world is not a safe place. And one of the things that we try to do is partner with companies that can help to protect you. And that includes home title law. Because I don't know if you know this, but apparently home title fraud is rampant right now. Yes, I met with the people over at Home Title Lot. They're our incredible partner and sponsor. I'm not going to lie to you. They freak me out. This is an example of a fraudulent quitclaim deed that filled out my information, a forged signature, fake notary seal. Not only did my property just get transferred behind my back, but the scammers, they go after the equity. They take out loans using your home as collateral. They do all that. They disappear. They leave you in a legal and financial nightmare. But this is where Home Title
Yeah,
Lot comes in.
I blocked one because someone is telling me, could you wear a nice dress?
Alerts of any changes and restoration services, and you're like,
Ayoko talaga yung mga ganyan mga kanabi kang parang kung sa Bisaya pa, like magbuot ba kung anong gagawin mo. This is my channel, my God. If you don't like, go to another channel. I block yan. Sige na.
Detectives aren't exactly sure what led to an Iowa
Nice
family
sana yung
being
bahay
gunned
nila.
down in their own home. But the lone survivor of the family, Alexander Jackson, tells investigators that he awoke to gunshots and fought with the intruder.
Your dad was there laying on the ground, and then you call 911.
Ano kang ginawa niya? Ano kaya yung ginawa niya sa parents niya, no? Bakit Bakit?
Ngayon sa papa, sakit daw talaga. Di
When
maano, di
officers do
mapasya.
a sweep of the area surrounding the Jackson's
Sa
home,
ulo daw talaga, 5
Alex's
shots.
story begins to fall
Tapos
apart.
namamagat sa sister. Ayan,
Baka pinainom niya ng ano, ng mga sleeping pills.
Anybody in the area, sound off and you will be bit from a dog. That's for the warning.
Officer Chris Buckles and his K9 partner Corsa, what they need to first figure out is there another person that was there? They were told that this person escaped or left the back door
Kasi
area.
family-oriented sila, ano. Baka they're eating together sa dinner. Tapos nilagyan niya kung ano-ano. Kasi himbing talaga tulog.
The trails or areas where someone may have gone, those weren't disturbed. They looked for fingerprints. They looked for DNA. They looked for anything to show that someone broke in to disturb something, to take something. There's no indication of that.
You just talk to these construction workers though at some point. Make sure no he's not picking through here. So
I've walked all this, and the one place she had interest was right here.
Back at the hospital, detectives confront Alex on the inconsistencies in his story.
The investigator during all this, they're like at his home, going through everything. What was strange was that there was nothing amiss in the house. Nothing was turned over. Everything was in its place. There was even, I believe, a puzzle nearby on the table. And none of the pieces were on the floor.
When we stepped out, we talked to coworkers. They were at your house. Talking to you. Your house. They didn't know that.
Ano.
The reality is not any evidence that anyone else is over at your house.
2 ora. Nawala lagi. Nawala sa iyo. Hello, it's been a while. Hello, Shadow Trick. Greetings from Cebu. Hello. You're in Cebu right now?
the fact that it was daylight, not just daylight, but it was hot. This date will stick out.
Tayo magiging happy na tayo sa ganyang bahay, sa ganyang pamilya. Are you in Cebu? I am in Cebu also.
Ski mask and gloves, walking through this affluent neighborhood in broad daylight, it didn't add up.
Ang ganda talaga ng bahay. Pero, kaya ni Leslie, parang ganun yung magagawa niyong bahay kasi sa farm na. Bisita ko. Sasabuyan kita ng asin pag ayaw mo ako pabisitahin. Raman Street? Oh, yeah, I'm in Cebu also. Cebu City. Lahu.
If someone had come in, broken into the house, used the gun, shot the family, and then shot Alex, why would they leave the gun behind? The gun that was used was the Jackson's family gun. It was actually Al Jackson's gun. It was a brown .22 rifle.
Do you want to report to the fact that there was a guy in your house that was going to himself? What's going on? What's awesome? Do you want us to write down and report that there was a guy in your house that there's no video that ever showing up or leaving? Do you want us to put that down, or do you want to give us some sort of an explanation that makes sense? How long ago was that?
The Jackson home had external surveillance cameras set up
Tagam.
the outside of the home. All of the surveillance videos were on and live and recording, except that one in the backyard that would have specifically caught this phantom burglar.
What do you think about what happened to
Somebody hurt your family. Maybe you will hurt your family.
Yeah. I got a friend here last night, so she slept like 6 o'clock in the evening. I let her sleep until 12, then we had noodles. And by 3 o'clock I fall asleep, she's still watching movie.
There's one key question still on everyone's mind. If Alex did kill his parents and sister, why would he want them dead?
Jealousy and money. Kasi nagsiselo siya kasi yung sister niya, babae kaya, diba? Baka mas mahal, baka mas palakma. And also, kung papatayin ko silang lahat, di yung insurance sila ako. We were in Ayala today also. We drink one beer.
He had no history of mental health issues, and no one seemed to have any basis to believe that there would be any motive why he would want his family dead. Alex said that his dad had threatened to kick him out, but told me he would have to move out if he didn't get a job.
Oh yeah, I do. We do. Downstairs of my condo, there is a 7-Eleven. Since when you arrived here? You're gonna pay for the other half. You are not showing any effort. You haven't shown a drop of effort to get a job.
Motive was something that plagued us. Could it have been money? Absolutely. At the time, he only had $30 to his name. He did not have a job. He did not have savings. There was a fair amount of wealth and assets to be attained by whoever the surviving heir was.
Nah, see? Oh, there's asset. Dato ka dito naman tayo $100.
This is our first triple homicide here for at least 30 years. So you have this type of brutal crime scene, to have this type of murder happen in your own community, just really took back everyone. No one could have ever imagined when the information came out that this was caused by a 20-year-old kid, that anyone would kill their parents and their sister in this manner.
This young man with no criminal record, no previously reported mental health issues, is accused of killing his own family. Up next,
May mental health issue siya. Ha? May mental health issue siya.
Wala. Sabi, there is no mental health issue, man.
People that are taken straight don't do these kind of things. They talk themselves out of it.
Ganyan lang sila. Pag nakapatay, sasabihin lang nila na may mental health issue. Para maliit lang yung ilalagay lang sila. Instead of being there in the jail, ilalagay lang sila sa sa mental health facility. Ganyan sila.
Use it all the time at Law and Crime to get information on the people that we report on. I'll tell you what, even if you don't work in true crime, this can be
Bye-bye.
a resource, because think about it. This is one of the largest public record search services in the United States, and with a paid subscription service, you can get access to unlimited reports
One
about
follower.
almost anyone, and that includes looking up registered sex offenders that might be in an area too. And right now, you can get 50% off of confidential background reports. Just go to truefinder.com/LC-Crime. Hope you check it out.
You're brainstorming how to get your ass out of this trouble.
Kaya na ako din. Magamit na dyan. Okay lang? Oh.
Detectives believe they know who's responsible for killing Jan, Melissa, and Sabrina Jackson, despite his claims of innocence and contention that a masked intruder is the real shooter. Son and brother Alexander Jackson is taken into custody, but investigators have a few more questions to hash out.
We took into account your theory about a ski masked intruder coming in with the worst description on the planet. You gotta just be honest with us, man. We don't know one left. Well, I'm telling you how I saw it, you know. Right? You still think someone was there? Yeah. Do I know someone was there? Who's using your phone at 6 a.m. to get on social media? Maybe me, I don't know. I don't remember. How could you use it at 6 if you were asleep till 8?
Alexander had told investigators that he was sleeping outside on that screened-in porch with his dog all night without his cell phone. 20-year-old gamer, no cell phone on the porch.
Alex Jackson claimed that he was awoken by the gunshots, yet they were able to show that several hours before this alleged intruder came in, Alex Jackson was awake
Lain
and on the phone.
Lain nga account. November 5. Who are you?
Then they would have had to get lucky enough that you
My
left their
God.
gun out for. And then be able to know
Okay.
where everybody's at and shoot everyone and get in a fight with the biggest person in the house and be able to escape. You cannot sit there and look me in the eye and say,
Nag-create siya.
yeah, well, that did happen. Are you ashamed? Is that why you don't want to tell us?
Oh, I don't want to tell you because I didn't do it.
Well, you're being charged with murder.
Ang sabi niya, message rin. Dinilit ko na siya. Possible na mayroon. May mga loko talaga.
As investigators strengthen their case against Alexander Jackson, one critical question still troubles detectives. Who shot Alex in the foot?
Hi baby, glad to see you. Tapos pangalan ko.
Tried to appear to be
Hi Wanko, who are you?
couldn't walk, that he couldn't move, that he couldn't check on his family members, even though there were footprints throughout the basement of this home.
The couch that was next to the stairs, there was this big pile of blood that initially we thought maybe that's where he was shot, but there was also a large puddle of blood near the corner of his bed. His footprints only went in one direction. His footprints only went out of his room. Never did his footprints go into his room or go down the hallway.
The investigators figured out that, Alex had shot himself in the foot.
He walked himself and his bloody foot out of the bedroom, up the hallway, and deposited that murder weapon next to his father.
Alexander Jackson is charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder for the deaths of his parents Jan and Melissa and his younger sister Sabrina. A year and a half later, Alex goes on trial, facing 3 life sentences.
Alexander Jackson, I want you to think that he had a perfect family life. That his mother, Melissa, his father, Janet, his sister, Sabrina, they all got along great. And it's not what Mr. Jackson claimed it to be.
They appeared to be close-knit, and we were able to gather that interpretation from a lot of the photographs that we found throughout the home. But then there was this gap in time where it seemed like the family interactions.
Yeah, okay, voter, maybe you could reach me out.
post
And I will have to end this live
disagreements
stream because it's kind of late
that were
already.
about politics. It appeared that Alex and his father were very conservative. The sister appeared
Bye-bye.
to be a
Nice to meet
very
you.
liberal person. His
Um,
sister and he argued
I
a
blocked
lot,
too because there
according
is
to
one
Sabrina's journals.
pretending that I'm me. Okay, bye-bye.